experience. I'm your host tonight. My name is Divya Prasad, and I'm sponsored by my parents, Hamza and Nadia Prasad. We have an awesome lineup today, and we're starting with products. And for the product video, we'll have Rod play one on artistry.
All right. All right. Can everybody see the screen?
Yes. Yes.
All right. All right.
You got to unmute.
That was an awesome video. We actually have a few of the palettes from the Paris line. I love what artistry is doing now. They're doing like picking different cities in the world and coming out with like a whole line. This one was the Paris one, so it's like there's the eyebrow,
which is shaped
pomade, which is shaped like the Eiffel Tower. It's really cute. Then we have, of course, our mascara, our setting spray, and we have two eyeshadow palettes,
which are slightly used.
So slightly used.
Yeah, these are eyeshadow palettes.
Yeah.
So
fancy.
Yeah, they're really very good.
Woo. Awesome.
It don't look like any powder I ever done before.
And how much? And right here on this palette for us is 300 PV. And
Oh my goodness.
It's like a cheek and lip duo.
So the new line is geared towards younger generations with the bolder colors and the more pigmented palettes. So these are, if you're focusing on customers and clients, these will be geared towards college students, towards people in their 20s, because of the colors. It's very comparable with MAC and Sephora and anything you'll find there.
And like as most of you guys know, our little sister Anya loves everything makeup. She posted all of these pictures of the new line on her story, and she had so many people saying, "Ooh, what is this?" or "Can you show us how to use this?" and like a makeup tutorial. So it's really fun. The colors are fun, and they're doing different lines. They had the New York, as you saw in the video, went from New York to Paris. They had their New York line, which was fun, and this is the Paris line now that's out.
We have like bath bombs.
Yeah, it has like bath bombs,
glitter.
lotions, body glitter, all of these, and they smell amazing, and they're great quality. Obviously, it's artistry. So with that being said, does anyone have any experiences with artistry that they want to share? Miss Carol, anybody?
Oh, sorry.
I don't know.
anyone?
No, anybody.
Yeah.
Anyone in Tallahassee? Any?
Yes, we have a lot of guys in the business.
Yeah, we have a lot of guys.
We gotta get more ladies
I
in
want to
there.
say that we do the colors on the. Oh, okay. So I like to. Onion showed me how to mix the colors on my eyes when I close my eye. It's like 1, side is the light gold, and then the other side is the dark gold. And then I do the mascara, so it makes my eyes pop.
Yeah, our products are very unique.
Yeah, the
Artistry is
mascara.
always coming out with different things to compete, but also to be better than the competitors. So our mascara is actually a 3-in-1. It does volumizing and lengthening.
And so, like, if you can see really closely, the wand size
It
change.
changes. It gets bigger.
Yeah.
So it does all of it in one. Whereas other competitors need multiple products to do the same thing.
Yeah, we got it all on one.
Yeah.
Innovative design.
I do want to say something. It's not a customer experience, but it's more of a first time experience seeing somebody use the line. While I was at conference, a girl actually pulled it out, and she pretty much did her makeup. She had nothing. She had no makeup on originally, and then she did her makeup in like 2 minutes with all. Like, I was like, this is so interesting. I couldn't stop watching. I was like, oh damn! Like, she had like no makeup on. Next thing you know, she had like her lashes done, had a little mascara. I was like,
Yeah.
Okay.
But really cool. Like, these products are like 2-in-1. This is like a cheek and lip duo, so you like knock two things out with just one product. So it's like really cool. All of the new products that they're coming out are awesome. So
Talk to your ladies.
yeah.
Guys,
Mother's Day is coming up.
Tell them about the trays. They come with the trays if you spend.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we have the tray.
Yeah, you got the tray. If you spend $75, you get the both trays. Them little ones. Both of those trays.
Show them.
$25, you get a bag. You get the tote bag. That's oh, and those are the new brushes.
And there's new brushes. Yeah.
All right, so talk to your ladies, talk to your moms. They're great gifts,
Oh yeah.
and they will definitely be purchasing from you again. Yep.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thanks, Rod, for the video. Next, we have the streaming portion of Pase, and for that, we'll bring up Roderick in Tallahassee.
Roderick.
Yeah, I'm a better one.
Oh, you only one. Okay. You got it. You do your thing, man.
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Oh, Roderick. Almost died.
We're doing good. You're on mute.
Yes, sir. All right, well, like you said, I'll be doing streaming today. Happy to definitely talk about streaming. It's such a great tool in the business. And I'll take a what, where, when, and why approach, right? Call it the 5 W's or the 4 W's. Yeah, 5 W's. And I will start off by saying what streaming is. So streaming is definitely one of the most, I would say, powerful tools in the business. And the reason why I say that is because pretty much what you take in is what you pretty much put out in the business. You know, in the book, Robert Kiyosaki said, "Business of the 21st Century," is that it's all about self-development, right? Your business will never exceed your personal, I would say, your self-image in a sense. So, however much you know, how confident you are, how you speak, that determines where you are in the business. So, definitely want to be able to get on streaming to have that, be able to take advantage of that tool and expand globally. The second thing is, after saying what is streaming, the second thing is who, right? Who does streaming? Pretty much core IBOs and people that are honoring the partnership. Okay, so definitely, so if you went through the process and you're launched and you're pretty much at the honoring the partnership phase, you should definitely be on streaming. Definitely want to be be able to start, taking in the knowledge repeatedly, every day. That leads on to the when, right? When do we stream? You want to stream every single day. One stream, to be honest, like if you really take it all in, sometimes you do 2 to 3 streams a day, depending on your group, how fast you're learning. Don't slow yourself down. If you know you want to absorb information much faster, there are actually other programs other than the regular basic one where you could be on the leadership, streaming on women's leadership, or different things to be able to receive multiple streams a day rather than just one. So if you want to look into that as well, based on how fast you want to go in your business and how fast you want to get the information, absolutely get it, jump on it as soon as possible. Now, no one apart from who streams, what we stream, when do we stream, and like pretty much how much streams you want to get through the app on a daily basis. Like, let's say, hey, we're all busy, we actually have to go to work, or we are at home, wherever you may be, pretty much is what I'm saying. Wherever you may be, you can stream, no matter what. It's all about how it fits you. For example, let's say you wake up in the morning, you're an early person. You could play a stream in the morning before you go to work. Before you get on the road to even when you're driving on the road, you could even play a stream on your way to work. Or let's say, hey, you have classes, late night. You could play a stream before you go to bed, or even midday before class, lunchtime. There's many different things, so there's pretty much no excuses. You just want to do it as often as you can and as much as you can, because the more you pretty much put in your mind, I think of it this way. I prefer to be brainwashed, in the sense as put a whole lot of positivity, be brainwashed by positivity, than be brainwashed by negativity of what's going on in the world. Right. So pretty much pour in. What you put in is what you get out. So put in a whole lot of audios, from successful people, people who have been speaking at conferences. It's pretty much a recording from there, right? That's what streaming is all about. Streaming is literally the audio recording from the diamonds themselves, based off of conferences and business building seminars that we once attend, or in the past that we've even missed because you can't attend all of them, right? But you could definitely attend the ones you can. Apart from association, just the recordings from those, you want to be able to dive in deep and be able to receive all the information as you can. All right. So another reason now is another reason why we stream is this: it keeps you in the zone in the business as well. The more you know, the more you grow, pretty much, and you'll be able to speak. It allows you to speak differently, hands down. Once you hear someone talk about it, and especially how we're in the process now, we're in the process going to meetings. We have specific streams for specific meetings. So based on that, listen to the stream before you go to the meeting, and listen to how the diamonds do their MG1s, their MG2s, their follow-up ones, their follow-up too. And then when you go through those, you'll be able to speak as the diamonds are speaking within the meetings, and it'll be like you'll realize the candidates see that hey, this is some serious knowledge, and you're not just coming off of your own knowledge or understanding, but at the same time, the words that they use is reasons. And it's so funny because I realized this as you listen to the diamonds, and they bring certain scenarios, they ask certain questions, and you see the mindset behind it. If you actually ask a different question, and the kind of like from your personal experience, you just say, hey, I'm gonna ask it this way, you tend to see red flags in the way of you asking the question based on the response of the candidate. So they've already been there. That's why they actually worded the question the way they worded it when they asked when they said it on the stream. Because then you realize that I understand why they said it this way now, and you wouldn't do it the way you want to do it anymore, right? They follow the way that the diamonds do, and it saves so much time. It saves so much time. It eliminates the red flags quickly as well. And you just keep moving throughout, and huge business growth.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Other than that, I think I said the who, I said the what, I said the when, I said the where, and I also said the why. So based off of that, I would love to promote one of the greatest streams that just came out this week. Well, yes, this week. I'm thinking tomorrow is Monday, so a new one will come out tomorrow. But of course, the stream by Trevor and Lexi Baker, that was a very powerful stream. Very powerful. If you haven't listened to it, you better dive into it as soon as possible because you're missing out. It pumps you right up, and you'd be like, what am I doing? I got to get out there, and build this business. So I say absolutely go there, get on streaming as soon as possible, because it's definitely the tool to be able to take your business to the next step. And that's pretty much it for me.
Boy to the world.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome job, Roderick, as usual. Thank you for educating us on the who, what, where, and why for streaming. It's like you said, it's extremely important to put more positive in than negative because that comes naturally in this world. So thank you. Just really quick, is Julia Rose here, or should we have Jean go ahead and do the book?
Jean, go ahead.
Okay. So then now we're on the book portion of tonight, and we'll have Jean.
All right. Way to the world. All right. But as far as the book of the month goes, I'm still currently reading The Magic of Thinking Big.
Nice.
Like this book, right? I'm almost done with it, as you can see, man. But this book taught me a lot. It taught me a whole lot. I can imagine myself like 3 days ago hitting up Roderick, tell him, man, this book is firing me up. I read this and this and this and that. Yeah, Roderick remember those days. This book right here is really kicking me in my gut several times harder than any other book I've read so far, besides Robert Kiyosaki. That book still hits. And then I'd like to read a quote from this book. All right. It's actually, it says, action cures fear. Now, that line alone, that line alone got me excited to call Roderick because I'll be listening to Bill Hawkins stream like once every 2 weeks. So when he says action cures fear, I'm like, I made it to that part. I know what part you're talking about. it's like I'm finally catching up to Bill Hawkins. You know, it's like it's crazy, but it's inspirational at the same time because these books, once you finally realize that your mentors and coaches are reading the same books that you are, all you have to do is just follow their lead, and then you'll eventually be where they are and have what they have what they already have. So by me reading that Action Cures Fear, I was like, it hyped me up. I went outside the next day. I was like, man, who was that masked man? I was just on fire. Yeah, but I'm super excited about these books. These books help grow and educate you, and I think it's a positive move on everyone's part if you read it. If you actually take the time to read these books, it will definitely grow you. And speaking of growing, I'm actually looking forward to reading this one right here. What to say when you talk to yourself. That's the next. That's on my to-do list for sure. But that's pretty much all I have.
Wonderful.
Nice.
Awesome, Jean. Thank you for the book portion. And it's so true. Reading is so key. There's this quote that I love, and it talks about where you see yourself in 5 years. You can tell by the books that you read and the people that you're associating with. So it's extremely important to read and read the right kinds of books, which is what the Book of the Month program does for us. It has perfectly selected books on exactly, it feels like exactly what you need to hear and what you need to be reading at that time. So thank you for that. Now we have our process huddle, and we're doing honoring the partnership and the 90-day core run. So I think we can go ahead and start in Tallahassee, and then we'll come back here. So honoring the partnership and 90-day core run.
Got it. You want to talk about that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Woot.
Julia Rose is here, guys. So I think she's going to give us a little talk on HTPing. Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, you can really work. Roger, you can really good work. You can stand by the right here, and I can swing the camera.
Actually, good in the HTP. I did a lot of training yesterday.
Yes.
Julia in the house.
Do your thing. You're on. Okay. Honoring the partnership. It's very helpful. Gladly, I got a nice little refresher from Nadia and Kanta from yesterday.
Yes. It feels like Pase passed and it's only been a few hours. Streaming definitely helps. It definitely hypes me up, and especially with Trevor's stream from last week. I can't remember the title of it off the top of my head, but he was just saying, I hate being on the spot.
It's all right.
But it's just with Trevor and his streaming, it was definitely just helpful and upbringing. And I'm glad that I honored a partnership when it comes to that with the paying for that subscription, because I probably would never have heard about, well, I heard of his name, but I never heard of how he speaks with everybody. And just hearing a powerful speaker who actually been there, done that, and just telling you there's no excuses, like get it there, get it done, and you'll be on your way. So the streaming, when it comes to honoring a partnership, was helpful. Reading, Gene just went over that on how reading is very beneficial. You feel more connected because your higher up is actually reading what you're reading. And if you just follow along, like Gene has said, you will be where you want to be, and you're having the right association along with you, which is why being a part of honoring the partnership is also good when you go to the functions, the information sessions, Pace like this. You learn a lot more, and you just know who you're with and why you're in this business. Being around good people just makes you want to do better. What else is part of you honoring the partnership? The BMP, I'm still working on that, but watching the videos and watching the people that you listen to just makes it more impactful. Especially when you just actually see the face of what you're hearing. Because again, like I heard of this Trevor character, never seen him in my life, but actually seeing him, same thing with Charlie D'Urso when I was going through the process, especially when they're like, man, you remind me of Charlie D'Urso. I'm like, what the hell is that? But when you actually see him and see how he like moves, they're just like, okay, I can actually relate to this person when you actually see these people speak on the BMP. So I talked about streaming, BMP associations, seminars. Conference was everything. If I had not gone to that, the fall conference, the FED, I probably would not have been in this business, because it just became more real. And just seeing all these people who are actually genuinely excited for people that are not quote unquote celebrities, but they're doing more impactful things compared to what celebrities do. Oh, wow. Okay, this is real. I need to get it done. Do what I need to do so I can at least live at least a quarter, a small percentage of what they're doing. Right. So honoring the whole partnership is very beneficial, and I hope what I said was worth listening to.
Wait.
I'll go real quick. Wait, Celia, listen to the world. Wait. Kamta and Nadia came down yesterday. And I'm with Julia Rose. It feels like a while has passed because it was so heavy hitting. The content, it was so content rich that your brain feels like you could only have experienced that over a course of a week. So that's why it feels like, it's like a week has passed because it was so content enriched. But one of the things that Crowns and them talked about yesterday that really impacted me was honoring the partnership is important, not only from a personal, personal development perspective, but you want to be duplicated, right? And you want the proper duplication. You want duplication of the rightness of what Brit Worldwide is. And if you're not if you're not what you want a copy of, then you probably don't want to be copied. So you want to make sure that you are indeed what you want to have duplicated down your organization. And it starts with me. And I was like, shoot. Right? And that's kind of like the problem and the solution right there in one, right? It's that if you're not doing it, how could you teach what you're not doing? And then another thing that really big hit me yesterday was that they talked about mutual respect in building teams and getting relationships together. So it's amazing how respect is built when people see you doing what you tell them that they should be doing. Ain't that something? I'm like, that makes sense. So that's another reason why I realized honoring the partnership is such a big deal. So definitely, because I would love my personal team to be enriched, just as Julia Rose is being enriched and what have you, because they're doing such a great job honoring partnership already, that everybody should be doing the same thing. So therefore, I should be what I am asking others to do, so that mutual respect could be earned. Thanks. To anybody else, yes.
Anyone else from Tallahassee?
Well, yeah, everyone could go in that case because we want to get that good training.
Yeah, true.
I guess I could touch a little bit on the partnership. What really stuck out to me, I can say your topic, yes?
Yeah, glad up yourself.
Yeah. What really stuck out to me is when you guys were talking about the customers. So I realized that was so powerful when I say, hey, I have at least 10 minimum customers. And doing that, it definitely helps you could create a whole lot of volume. And what they say, the standard of excellence, 300 PV,
yes.
You know, for a single. And I can definitely see that happening once you be consistent and you treat your customers as if they're a business owner, in the sense that you book those meetings as well. You know, you go after it, and you personally put them on Ditto, and you pretty much just make it a task, an assignment within itself to say, hey, I want to build up, you know, my personal customer PV, and customer PV can even go beyond 150 PV. You know, there's no limits to what we can do in this business. And starting off with 10 customers minimum, I was like, yes, that's absolutely doable. You know, and I went straight back to the people from my church. I have so much people that I know from my church, you know, that are own homes already. You know, and that people look up to me, so I can just go there, connect with them, book meetings, and just set up customer volume to just let it flow, repeatedly on a consistent basis with Ditto. So I really received a whole lot of information from that meeting, and I'm definitely gonna take action off of that knowledge.
Wow, sir. Good job there. Woo, 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 woo. Yes, sir. Yes.
Jean or Aaron?
Oh, are we talking about the meeting yesterday?
We're talking about honoring the partnership.
Honoring the partnership.
Yeah. Or 90-day core run.
I know Jonathan and Carol and Rodney are doing the 90-day core run right now, I think. Right? And seeing some great.
Yeah, just waiting on Gene and them to go. If
they
want to
go, Rodney.
I was going to talk about the meeting yesterday, but my mind is blank right now, to be honest.
Okay.
Honoring the partnership. What I like the most about honoring the partnership is the way you honor the partnership would actually take the form of the duplication process as far as what your group outline looks like. So one thing that I'm trying to do personally is I'm definitely trying to make the better version of myself as far as honoring the partnership, make sure that I'm core all the way through, because I want to set a great example for my team. One of the main things I do struggle with that I'm working on now is the ditto on the first of the month, trying to make sure the PV is right. But once that actually happens, I know everything else will fall in order. And I actually see it happening with my team. Thank God for the mentors. I mean, leverage your mentors, man. I can't explain how great the mentors are. The mentorship program is with Celie and Roderick and Kenneth and them and Nadia and them. It's amazing, So and it's just the reason why I'm saying that it's amazing is because even though I'm not fully honoring the partnership, I'm still working on it myself. I see my team is actually doing it. And that motivates me to actually to keep pushing and getting it done, because I do want to hit the 300 PV, because me and my wife, we are a couple. I want to hit the 300 PV, and I also want to show the team, hey, we can do 300. If you're single, you can do 150, but don't even limit yourself to that point. So me and my wife, is the 300 PV is just the minimum. We actually try to push past the 300 PV, even though we're couples, because you shouldn't be putting limitations on yourself. If you can do 150 PV, don't do 151 or 150. Actually shoot higher than that. That's the only way and I want to make sure that's properly duplicated as far as honoring the partnership the whole way. So that's what I love about honoring the partnership. And I know I probably jumped in a little late, but if we talk about honoring partnership, that's what I'm trying to do myself, and that's what I'm working
on. A quick question: is Nadia's team? Is the team on you guys' screen? Or
no. Oh shoot! I don't know the camera. Kamta, Nadia, you guys can hear us?
I think they dropped out.
Yeah, they dropped out.
I'll resend the invite.
And then I want to go next.
All right.
Nice.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, geez. Yeah, right. Y'all so funny.
Then you'd be like, what? What? What?
Oh, before Nadia and them come back on, Miss Celia and Roderick, I had an idea which I was trying to do 150 strictly customers, 150 PV customer. Since me and my wife is a couple, and we got to do 300 minimum, of course. I want to see if I can actually accomplish 150 customer PV.
That's it.
You heard me? That's good. That sounds like a good idea, right?
Yeah. We could definitely talk about it.
Yeah, not a problem.
Hello.
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, short commercial break.
We missed you.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened. I think our internet, something happened to the internet, but we heard everything that everyone said, and it was awesome. We want to bring it over here because I know Miss Carol and Anthony were at the meeting yesterday about honoring the partnership and 90-day core run. Did you guys want to say anything? Your notes.
No, but I know one thing that wasn't mentioned that was covered yesterday about honoring the partnership. I heard you say company done at the beginning of the month, and that's your PV goal.
That's true.
Oh yeah, with the ditto.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
when we do it they were saying you do it at the beginning of the month, but you do what you can. Also, when you do what you can, you always add stuff to it. Mm-hmm. So what we do is we put everything, especially me, I put everything that I want. And when I know that's about to come, we always add extra items to the list. Plus, y'all, all this new stuff that's about, hold on. Let me show y'all something.
Yeah.
Oh, can you show me that book right there? Can you give me that? What did you ask me?
Whenever you see new thing advertised, what do you do?
Oh, I talk about it to everybody.
What's the question?
Okay, like all the new
whenever there's a new promotion
and items come out, I always text everybody, like, put this number in, and you'll get all the new stuff, because if you don't get it at midnight, you are not going to get it. And then when it says temporarily, what is it called? Temporary, not available, you're going to be so upset, because the last time, you remember was it the New York collection?
Yeah.
When it had all the pretty colors, it was in this little disc thing, a round disc. It was blue and burgundy. Mm-hmm. We missed all of that. We didn't get any of it here in Atlanta. I'm just saying. And so upset.
It sells out really quickly.
Yeah, it sells out so quick. So when I see all of this, all the new promotion stuff, like the new soap, all of this just came out. All of this just came out. Oh yeah, the special offer at the top. It tells you in the book, if you order $75 worth of Artistry Studio collection, you get a tray. You get the soap tray and you get the long tray, the one that Divya showed you. Then if you order $125 worth of stuff, you get this tote bag for free. And it's got artistry all over it. Just like when we bought these bags. When we got these bags, we got this free. See all this stuff in here? It's huge. Walk around with this bag.
Huge.
They don't know anything about artistry until you open your mouth and you're like, oh, you know her makeup, you want to try the lip gloss. Oh, and then I got a message from my friend that says, I asked him how he was doing. It's an older gentleman. I sent him a text, 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, and he sent me a text saying, I said, this Carol, the lip gloss lady, I was just checking on you. We used to work together. And he said, well, this is the lip gloss buyer, I need $200 worth of lip gloss. What? Yeah. So I had to go get the lip gloss and give it to him. That's how we communicate. He goes to Hooters and pass them out for kisses on the jaw. All of this is new promotion. You want to know what it is? It's scrubs for your face, your body, your feet. Are you kidding me? It's coming out April 10th.
Sign me up.
Listen to this. Listen to the flavor. Sugar scrub with black currant. Mousse with white chia seeds. Then this one is called French clay with citrus. Can you imagine this on your face? Can you imagine the smell? Listen to this one. Transforming gel with pomegranate.
Get on the list.
And they're big. They're gonna be in a nice, good size. And then one that says whipped souffle with green tea. This is not a latte. This goes on your face.
That's awesome.
I'm excited. I'm so excited. But
On
yeah.
the list yet?
Oh yeah. Let me show you. Look at this on the list. Look at this one.
Special offers.
Special offers for the new scrubs. You see this right here? Let me show you what it is. Free silicone applicator. That's the brush. And then it's a Jersey headband. Talk to somebody who lived in Jersey. They're gonna want it. So pretty. Yeah. April 10th.
We constantly have special promotions going on. So guys, whenever you get your Amway brochures, make sure you're going through them and know your products, know what's coming out, so that you can do your ditto, and you can also let your customers know what's going on.
Yeah.
I can add to that too. I didn't know we were doing that stuff too. I wanted to show you guys there's some things that just came out too. The chewing gum, they redid the chewing gum, the excess chewing gum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yo, madness are going. And I already had all the products in this kit, but I really wanted the bottles.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, bottles. Yeah.
Yes, the new bottles for the multi-purpose cleaner, because I have that challenge personally. You know, cleaning and stuff, you might mix some of the products into one bottle and you can't remember exactly, especially if it's been a while and you leave the bottle for a while. You can't remember.
You don't remember which one it is.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So now it actually has a label on there. On there, yeah, and then it has kitchen cleaner. On there.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Clean.
I just got it.
Gum again. I was gonna say the same thing.
And you guys probably already have this. I know Atlanta always gets things first. So, right? The nut bar. They redid the nutty dark chocolate.
Nutty dark chocolate. Yep.
Yeah, they redid. Yeah. Yeah.
Already been through 2 boxes.
Rodney gave me one of those. Delicious.
Oh,
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yes, they redid it. So as soon as I saw it came out, I dropped that in my cart, guys. Dropped it in my cart. So yeah, I'm with you. I might do it on the artistry side 100%, but for sure the cleaning products and they have yeah. I'm so into like the new cleaning stuff, and I just got that thing that Kamta told us about yesterday, and Nadia, which was the new scrub.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness. And that cute little box, and it's big as crap. Big as crap.
Yeah, exactly. So nice.
It's got a massager on it, right?
Yes.
What's that?
That's a massager on the soap.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I'm just like you guys. Once I knew I did it. So I feel you on it. So I just want to show you guys that. And they have new tote bags for your customers.
Yes.
They have a new tote bag. They're super cute. Really small, because sometimes you don't want to give them the big sample bag because they think they're getting that many things in there. They don't lower their expectations too quickly, you see. Right? So yeah, smaller bags are really good. Let them think they're getting a lot, So, yeah. So that's just one of the things there.
Samples, gotta pass out those samples. Yep.
Real.
Awesome.
Real. But yeah, that's just it from me. I don't know if anybody else has any other thoughts or other vibes. I'm waiting on my stuff.
Good stuff. All right.
Thank you, everybody, for all of the nuggets we got on honoring the partnership, 90-day core run, and all the cool new products that have launched. So now we will have any new people come up and introduce themselves. Anybody that's new or this is their first Pase, just come and introduce yourself to the team.
All
right. I know. New people. Okay. Then we'll have the platinum wrap up. We have Kamta Prasad.
The man with the plan.
This is the last time she's going to be hosting. This is actually the first time I get called by my name, Kamta Prasad. Not my sponsor, my mentor, my father. We will have nothing but Mr. Kamta Prasad.
I think she should redo it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I vote yes.
You have to redo it.
You got to redo it.
Okay, next we'll have our awesome mentor and sponsor, the greatest dad in the
I'm available for co-hosting. Right. Rod for the other visual. Roderick from streaming. Julia Rose filling in. Honoring the partnership. Everybody with the honoring the partnership. Wonderful. You know, by the way, we had a great time yesterday with the Tally team. I plan to come back again very soon. Maybe a surprise visit. And innocent, we do that. You know, your plan. You guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay.
Yes, sir.
You know what the plan would come to your home surprisingly long ago. They would probably go to your bathroom and peek into your cabinet and see what you have there. And if you do have, and if you had X brand products, they will take it out and put it on top of the sink, you know, and they would go away. So when you go into the bathroom, you would see that they know that you're buying X brand stuff. So you guys don't want me to do that, do you? Okay, are they
You're all muted.
You're all muted? Yeah. Oh, okay. They don't want to answer me. That's what happens. Yeah, but now we had a great time yesterday with all you folks there. Honoring the partnership is very important. And what I would like everyone to do, in fact, if you can, after this piece, immediately do it, is basically put a sheet of paper together, write down honoring the partnership, put your name on top of it, put the date there, and put all the different requirements that is needed to honor the partnership. And then you could tick off what you have so far. That way, you will know what other things you need to do in order to fully honor the partnership. And so that as a team, we can all work together and help each other to get to that eagle structure, honoring the partnership, that we can qualify for Kumar's Gold Diamond. Right? Like, for example, Sile.
Yes, Crown. Yes, Crown.
Okay. So, like, for example, Sile, could you say, like, you know, tell us in honoring the partnership, right? Like, how much legs you have? What are the things you have done in honoring the partnership? What is it that you have there?
You know, how far I am in HCPing?
Yes, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think I'm doing everything. Apart from, I need to do better on my conversation. Oh shoot! Thanks you, Brittany. Mm-hmm. Hi guys. I need to do my conversations, more conversations, right, daily. But apart from everything else, right now I have 3 legs that are honoring the partnership, and I'm on a timetable with each of my other 3 legs. on when they plan to HTP. And those 3 legs,
Personally, you have 6 legs, right?
at least, yes, correct.
Right.
Yes.
No, so you have that part of the eagle structure there.
Yes, correct.
In that 3 legs, you have 3 legs that is honoring the partnership, right? And
yes.
you do your reading, you do your streaming, you do all these things. You do your when do you do your PVC, Sile? The last day of the month?
No crown. HTP. I have to do it on the first day. It's on the first day. And it's really cool. It gives my Army credit card PP to roll in as well. So I do at least, I did 158 this month on Ditto. And by the second week, by this week, I was at 178 because of the Army credit card.
Right,
you know?
right. So,
right?
And, as of today, I can safely say that you are fully qualified for Camargo Diamond.
Hey, not yet, but we will be for sure, because I have a timetable for my other legs to get them fully qualified. So far, it's Brittany, Joseph, and Johanna. Those are the 3 guys that said that they're ready to make it happen. And ready to HTP. No pressure, but
so that's what I would like you to do.
Yes,
or everyone else to write down what they need for themselves and their team to get to that part where they all qualify. Because we would like everyone to be there.
Yes.
Carol and Anthony going to do that here with Kenneth or even with myself now. And we can know exactly what more they need to do. Everyone. So that way we can work. Because if we don't do that, we're not going to know what type of work we have to put in order to get there.
Exactly.
You know? Make sense?
Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
Now, in doing the PV, one thing I tell you, Miss Carol is an awesome lady. She have a little book. Where's the book again, Carol?
Oh, right.
Right? And we all have this book, right? We all have this book.
Yes.
Right? We all have this book. And that's what Martin and I do at times. Every time we get the book, we just sit and we go through the book. And anything that we have not used or tried, we purchase it. In fact, I had to tell Nadia on her Ditto delivery, they do like 300 points only on their beauty products. And I was like, what the what? I need my vitamins. I need my exercise. You know? So we have to split it up now where Navina does all the excess energy. So I got like 12 cases of excess there. You know? You understand what I'm saying? So what we do, like, I do, if you want to hear what's coming out soon, just talk to Miss Carol or Anthony, because they sit down, they go through the book and they know what is promotion coming. So if a new product is coming out, everyone should get that new product, because you will not be able to promote that product. I mean, I don't want the guys to get the lipstick and all that stuff, you know, right? I mean, unless you can get it for your girlfriend or something. And you know what? Maybe that's a good idea. I think you guys need to get some girlfriends so that you can buy these things for them, so they can increase your PV. You know?
I think some of them working on it, crowd. I think some of them working on it. Yeah.
They're working on it. All right. You know. Okay. But like one thing, for example, you know, they got this. And what's the next energy drink that is coming out? Mocha.
Mocha.
Shoot. Asking them.
Mocha. Okay. Come on.
Yeah.
But I didn't say the promotion item that's coming with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the cup.
Promotion item.
The cup.
The cup.
Yeah, Jonathan.
Yeah, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Right. You understand? So, you know, so that way you can be on top of your product line.
Ask them what's on the cup.
Okay. So what's on the cup?
It's a turtle surfing.
Yeah.
Go, Jonathan. Go, Jonathan. Wait.
And you can color on it. You know the little cups that they sell at Starbucks. Not that I've been buying them. Yeah. You can color on it. See the turtle holding the insects on the surfboard.
I'm getting that right now. Add to cart.
Yeah. Okay.
The only coffee I drink.
All right. Yes. Okay. So with that, I'm finished here. Are we gonna do the promotion on Spring Leadership video? Right. Who's that? Who has that? Rod.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Before the finish, we need volunteers to next week.
All right.
Uh,
I don't have to schedule.
huh? Let's tell you later. All right.
Okay.
So we
Awesome.
All right, y'all. Before we sign out, we're
I don't know if we have a schedule for next week, but
we'll be taking volunteers for Pace schedule next week. So we need let me see if I can.
I don't know. Normally, calendars make up a whole month.
I think we might have.
Should I have access to it?
I'll ask him.
Uh,
Right.
Anyone have access to the schedule?
Yeah.
Put it up right now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Check that right now.
Completed.
Okay.
Let me put it up.
I think you should.
You want me to share my screen or?
Yeah, go ahead.
You can share it. Yeah, you got it quicker than me. Yep.
Okay.
Is it complete? We need a volunteer.
Yeah. Well,
we haven't completed March. We got it. So
we have to finish March, so let's finish at March and into April.
So next week, next week we need
We'll have
anyone?
next week then.
Next week is completed already?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
I need the 21st and 24th and 31st.
But you know, I only have view only access. Robbie, check to see if you have edit access on the DP.
Okay.
I think I do.
Next week.
Oh, nope, you only. Never mind.
Let me see this here.
I think Peter has access or has a.
Yeah. I think Peter should have it.
No, I don't have it on PDOT either.
Okay.
I guess the next week.
I guess when Kenneth comes back, I think Kenneth created it, so Kenneth has edit access.
Oh, you're doing streaming. Is that supposed to be the thing?
You know, we probably have to change that because.
Yeah, I can't change it on PDOT side either.
All right. And I just want to make sure that it was completed for next week at least.
Okay.
So next week is good.
Yeah, next week is fine.
Next week is fine. Then the other week is fine too,
Aaron
right?
is doing audio video, doing hosting,
Mhm.
Divya streaming, and
Okay, so it's good for the next 2 weeks. All right, so that's good. Yeah. Because Kenneth is not here today. Normally he does these things, but he is with his daughter who qualified for a special award through the Girl Scouts. Yeah. Are you from? Like special young lady of the year. You know? You know, that's awesome. We're all very proud of her and her accomplishment. Yeah, everybody. Yeah. Okay.
Alright. Okay, so
just one more thing, one final thing. Do you guys understand the difference between a coach and a mentor, right? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay, well, you know, a mentor at times have to speak things that you really don't want to hear. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah. Like at your job, you have like a manager or something when he's the person who has to tell you stuff that you really don't want to hear. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
So I would like if you can tell me what is common to these things I'm going to say, right? Job, school, an airplane flight, right? What is common there? What is something that is common there?
If you go
Huh? Punctuality.
Oh.
Right? If you gotta be there on time. So now, when I speak something, it's not picking on anyone. All right? Right. That's what a mentor does, right? A mentor is like an eagle up top seeing the blind spot. Right? Now, Sanjeev cannot mentor me if he's afraid to tell me stuff. Or I'm not ready to accept this thing. Make sense?
Right.
Right? So if we as a team looking to qualify, supposing we were in a relay race, right? And the lead runner came in late. What's going to happen to our team?
Don't be last.
We'll be out, right? We're not going to be able to compete and we'll be lose, right? So I'm not picking on anybody for not being on time. But my point is, let's try to improve that, right? That's what this whole business is about, improving it. Everyone, like I tell you, okay, Miss Carol and Anthony phenomenal. I mean, everybody else in Tallahassee does the same too. But they're here at 5 o'clock, you know? And they bring out the chairs and they set up the camera, they set up the board and easel, whilst Nadia and I sitting down having dinner. But they get here early, that's the point. You can always come from Miss Carol to be here minimum half an hour before the time for anything. If you're going to meeting or thing, this is always here. Okay? I know we all have situation in life, you know, but let's all try to be there as as early as possible. Is that okay?
Yes.
I wasn't too harsh there, was I?
No.
Oh.
No.
All right. Yeah, okay. I'm looking at that, Okay, all right. So let's
All right, we're going to go team. Have a great week.
Can I say something? I'm in your road. Look what I got.
Hey. Water gang gang.
That's gonna be a
You hear I stopped at the Walmart in Tallahassee.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Guys.
All right.
Take care.
All right. See you later.
All right.